When coming up with a title for this video, I couldn't help think it's really about all the absurdities of life. Especially now, I'm just so aware of them because of everything that's going on. As you all know, I am on a roller coaster. I am way up at the top. I come crashing down and then I'm back up again. And I have picked myself up and I am ready to face the dragon yet again. And that's all well and good. I didn't sleep all that well last night. I listened to my meditation tapes. I was listening to Louise Hay much of the night and feeling very mellow when I got up this morning. Even though I didn't feel great, I was feeling mellow. I decided to open one of the envelopes from AARP, the supplement plan that I have. It was an explanation of benefits thing, and I was curious to see what some of the doctors were charging and how it worked. And when I first opened it, my first thought was it's amazing the crazy high numbers that they put in for a charge for a service and what Medicare actually approves, and then that the supplement pays the balance of what Medicare does not pay. Medicare pays the 80%, and then you have to deal with the 20% after that. So I take a look at the first one, and it shows that Medicare paid X dollars and that there was a small balance and that my supplemental paid it and I had a zero balance on it. The second one on the same page I looked at, and it showed that Medicare paid their part, and for the supplement part it showed they paid $0. And I thought, well, that's odd, because they never do that. But there was a letter next to it. There was a printed letter A. And when I looked it up, I said, why not? What it said was that this claim was submitted after your insurance ended. And I'm like, what? My insurance ended? If my insurance ends now, at this stage of my treatment, I'm a goner, because there's no way that I can do any of this. So here I am. It is now not 7 o'clock in the morning yet, and I'm thinking there's not a bloody thing I can do about it until people get to work wherever they are and whatever time they start. So I waited a little time, and it definitely increased my resolve to never open mail during hours in which I can reach nobody. I'm not going to do that anymore. It's not worth it. I finally was able to get through at maybe 7:30, 7:45. I don't remember what time it was. And I spoke to this lovely woman who was trying to explain the claim to me. And I said, I'm less concerned about the claim per se and much more concerned about what this means, because what does it mean when my insurance was finished? It's not finished. So when she looked into it, she found out I have my premium paid through my bank because I want to make sure that it goes out every month, that I don't forget, that nothing comes up, that nothing can happen to it. And it's set to go out the same day every month, and it's been being paid like that for a long time. Apparently what happened was they increased the premium a few months ago, and it's a long story, but the end of the long story is that I was paying the old premium. So there was a balance due. The balance due was $38 for, I guess, 2 months. They were going to end my insurance. What? For $38? So I said, I was unaware of it. That's my own fault, because in the last several months, I cannot swear to you that I open every piece of mail that comes into this house, because I do not. When I look at an envelope that looks innocuous enough, in the sense that if it's an explanation of benefits or something from the company, I know that that's being paid. Never would occur to me that there was a problem. So I always think, okay, I can check on that later. It's not urgent. apparently what they do when there is a difference in the payment to what is owed is, she called it an overage. So they were holding the rest of the money as an overage, and I owed this $38. And until the $38 was paid, I didn't have coverage. There are no words to tell you that I went from my meditative state to a state of high stress, panic attack. That's where it went. It went from 0 to 150 in 2 seconds. And I said to myself, this is really funny, because once again, I don't have any great control over my emotions right now. I really don't. They are so on the edge that anything that triggers something can set me off. And it was resolved. It turned out not to be a problem in the long term. But if I hadn't looked at that explanation of benefits, I dread to think what might have happened. So once again, that's taken care of. In the category of the rest of my life at the moment, thank God, everything went well with the inspection yesterday. It looked as if it went extremely well. It looked as if everything is moving forward. So I will deal with all of that, but not be as worried. I have since referred my client to somebody in the area in which they're going, and I'm working on some other things, and I'm actually meeting somebody for lunch today because I didn't have my usual lunch yesterday, and I'm meeting somebody else for lunch today, so that'll be nice just to not think about this for a little bit and to get out of the house. So I'm gonna do that. I do dread going to the supermarket, but I need to pick up some things. I cannot walk through the whole store. I've got to buy one of those canes with a seat, because this way I can put it in the cart, and when I need to take a break, which is usually about halfway through the store, I can sit down for a few minutes and just sit and wait it out until I can get up again and finish and get out of the store and not feel as if I'm not going to make it. So that's on today's agenda on some level, and I have got to put my air conditioning on for the first time. I dare not complain about the heat. They say it's going to go up to 90 today, and I think that's hilarious after it was cold enough for winter coat weather just days earlier. So that's where it is. I want to tell you something, and I really want to share this with you. Remember the thing that I showed you with the mistake with the eye makeup? Well, the mistake has turned out to be one of my favorite looks. I love it. It's not much of a change of where I was, but for those of you who like to follow along step by step, if you're interested, let me know and I will show you how this is done. I'm very happy with it. It's just great, and it's nice to be able to do it. Now, I'm going to show you today's outfit, and I think it's really cute because this is something I had bought from Chico's. I think it was last year. It could have been the year before, but I think it was last year. Never wore it. The tag was still in it. This was a closeout. It was not an inexpensive piece because nothing of theirs is. But in the end, it was very inexpensive. I cannot tell you the price. Maybe it was $30. Maybe it was less. Maybe it was a little bit more. I don't recall. But it's a lovely jersey kind of material. It's red. It's a color I don't wear all that often. It's actually a jumpsuit. So take a look at this. It has an elastic waist, and it does not have pockets. I would have loved that. And then it's flowy down to the ground. And I will do the long shot of it so you can see what this looks like. And once again, Chico's to the rescue. So I'm loving it. I am so loving the fact now that I bought the stuff that I did when I really didn't need it, because I don't have to do any of that now. And hopefully I'm going to make it through this entire process without needing to buy anything in terms of clothing, or, well, I do have to buy those soft pajama bottoms for during the radiation treatment, so that if it gets the Aquaphor stains on it, I can throw it out and not worry about it. So it was suggested to me that I go to Walmart and I pick up very inexpensive, very soft, light cotton pajama bottoms and wear those when I get home from my treatments. I understand the Eucerin is better for during the day in terms of it not staining. Still going to be somewhat greasy, I'm told. I have it in my cart in Vitacost, but I have not yet clicked submit or order, because I want to check against the list that they gave me from the radiation oncologist office to make sure I'm getting the right form of both of those. I think I am. I'm getting the Aquaphor and the Eucerin, and I will have it all ready to go when the treatments start on the 14th. So that is where it stands as of today. This is today's necklace that I'm wearing with this. It's a very simple little piece. And my ring, there was this guy who used to come around to the office, and I have to tell you, I've worn this many times. I really love it. It's very pretty. In daylight or in artificial light, it really gives off a lot of bling, apparently. I had gone into the bank once when I first got it, and I was wearing it, not thinking about it. It's very inexpensive. But I went in, and she said to me, "Oh my God, what a gorgeous ring you have." I was embarrassed to tell her it's what it is, but I did tell her in the, in my belief of honesty above all. So she was very, very surprised. So that is the story today, folks, and I will hopefully really enjoy my lunch and prayerfully will make it through till the next trauma, which is no doubt just around the corner. Take care. Have a wonderful day. Let me tell you something. I'm really stupid. I've been sitting here talking into the camera probably for the last minute or two, except I was on photo, not video. So, just got back from lunch. The food was awful, and the company was interesting, and I just got back. I had to stop and put gas in the car because I was riding on fumes, and now that I'm doing a lot more longer distance driving, I really need to make sure that I have gas in my car all the time. So I'm going to put the video together. I'm going to edit it and get it out for you later today. And this is just another day in the life of. Take care. I hope your day is great. Not a single rainbow today, but it's still a good day. Take care.